to have empathy and care about somebody that's been
Exactly,
hurt. Yeah.
exactly. You don't have to be, but when when you do what I did and go live and cry, you see, because we aren't family members, people think that I was being fake or I was crying fake. First
And
of
I
all,
did, and that's why I said what I said, and I guess it was some misperception about what I said, and that was why we asked to get you over here because I was highly upset because based on what I seen, and again, I don't want to argue with you. We don't argue even that little, you know what I'm saying, that conversation we had the other day. I don't consider that an argument, because I don't
I've
care
been looking
enough
for
about
you for
nobody
days.
on this app to
Every
argue. But
time
when
I
I
screen,
heard like he
I've
was
been
being
looking for
slick
you.
shady.
Tread lightly.
What
Tread
you say,
lightly.
Steph?
For days, I've been. You can ask Scream. For days, I've been looking for you. I
I
just
know
found
they
out
told
Yeah.
me,
that
girl. They told me. They said girl. Let me tell you. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I love you, Steph. I love
I've been
because
just
I know.
looking for just to troll with you, just to play around with you, just to get into it with
I
you,
know.
just
I
to
said
play
the
around.
same
Like,
thing.
I don't take this stuff very serious, like at all. Like,
Hmm.
and
I
I
said the
don't wish
same thing.
bad on, to be honest with you. And the cry was genuine, and the cry was, it was, it was just, it wasn't a cry because, oh, I love Keith and oh, it was just, this is what I do naturally. Like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
natural.
emotion, it's feelings. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
not for nothing. Me and Keith ain't best friends. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never sat down at the table with that man. I ain't never broke bread. But girl, I cried. I was shaking. I was nauseous when the confirmation came through that it was really him. I got sick to my stomach. You know what I'm saying? So anybody saying you got to love him to cry, but what
So the
I
first
said was
day,
that
I felt like the first day that he got into the accident, they came back. People say anything on Bigo, so you don't never know. And then
correct,
me personally,
correct.
I feel like Keith is like so strong that nothing can stop him. So
Hmm.
when they say he got hit by a car, like, he's gonna be okay. All right, now come on, nigga, come show everybody, do your big one, let everybody know you good, whatever, like that. But then when days go on and then days go on and he's not here, now I'm like, what the hell? Like, where is this? Like, and then I I let God use me. So he comes to me, he tells me things to do, and I do it. This wasn't the only thing that God has ever told me to do. I drive, I give people clothes out of my car, out of my trunk. People be walking barefooted. I give people food, money, or like whatever. I will stop in broad daylight, middle of traffic if God tells me to do something, and I just do it. Like he just sends me on missions and I just do it. So this right here was just, I've been feeling like he been needing more prayer and less bullshit. So, that was to encourage people like me who don't get along with Keith every day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I don't
So
have
I'm gonna
real
go ahead
issue
and tell
with
you what the general consensus is, Steph, not to cut you off because I know you at work. But the general consensus is based on the fact that I understand, I respect why you didn't have your face in the camera, right? Nobody could tell if you was being sincere because like we all know, everybody on this app troll and they make jokes and and they've been doing weird shit, right? Even if we don't talk about this situation, we talk about the Charlie situation. Vanna had
y'all
a
have
whole
never
funeral for that boy,
seen
right? But
me
hold on.
sincere
The misperception is
ever,
this. Hold
like
on, Steph.
ever, ever, ever. Y'all
But
have
hold on,
never, ever,
Steph. But this is hold on,
ever.
Steph. Because Steph, listen to me. The misperception is this: when people don't know and they only going by what they see, baby. Like you didn't know what had really happened to him. You didn't know how bad the accident was. You just said that yourself, right? So you was thinking he was gonna come back and do his big one. So when people, me personally, and because I can't speak for everybody, me personally, when I seen that you was live and Brandon was in your box, and I did hear him throwing shade, and I don't know what you call extreme
Can you tell
disrespect.
me
I
what
don't
you
know what you call. He was throwing little slick shots. Hold on, hear me out,
like?
Steph. So
What?
people
Like
went by
what
what
you?
they
What you?
saw,
Because I think
and it didn't look genuine. It looked like you was letting him use you as another way to kiki about the situation, because that's all Brandon been doing is kikiing
no,
about
he
the
was not.
situation. So that's all I
Brandon was
want you to understand.
doing that on my live today. Let me tell you, like it's gonna be hard for y'all to really, if like, we don't want to deal with the BS, right? We don't want to
Hmm.
be bullshit. We don't want to
Hmm.
feel like someone pulling a fast one over us. So
Correct.
y'all see the relationship that Keith and Brandon have, but You got to know Keith and you got to know Brandon. You got to know that Brandon was being genuine. Like, first of all, he came to my live because he seen that I was crying. So in the beginning, he was like, Steph, you sure you want to do this on live? Like, just call me. He was telling me to call him because I was really crying. And he was like, are you sure? So when I was crying, I had my people's inboxing me like, are you really crying? Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. So that's why Brandon was like, he wasn't making a joke. He still made a joke out of it. No, he did not make one joke out of it. He told me that I was being a fake bitch because I didn't come on and be the real person who I was being right then and there.
Because they was
Like,
expecting you to troll. That's why. Because that's what
I
anybody that
wasn't letting
know of
nobody
you.
say anything. The purpose of my live was to actually get people to pray for Keith, more people. Like, I know he has a big support system. I know y'all love him. I know the church. I know he got family in real life, this, that, and the third. But there's a lot of people that don't have that relationship with Keith that feel like they don't have to pay that respect or feel like that they don't have to pray or you know what I'm saying? Like, the goal was the people on the outside of the church to come on in and put a word up for him just so he could just get better. That it was just like he just like I just felt like God was telling me to get more prayers up for him. So that was the purpose of my live. It wasn't for anybody else to bash him or nobody. So when Brandon came in my life, he wasn't bashing him. Nobody, I didn't allow not one person to troll in my fucking live, not one comment, not one thing. They did make a lottery. I just don't know how to stop the lottery. But A Cherie, you know what's up. Like, I've been on the phone.
I
No,
will
she
say
vouched
that
for you. She
she
did
six
say,
6 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, yo, what's the update? Like, what's going on with Keith? Like,
mm,
anything in like 6:30 in the morning, I'm texting like, what's up? I literally wake up thinking about that man. Like, my man, my husband is sending prayers for Keith. Like, I literally wake up. He's like, he's telling me I need to stay off of Bigo because I've been crying for like 2 days. So,
but
like,
so Steph, can I
I'm
ask
not
you a
trying to
question?
I'm
Can
trying
I
to
ask you a question?
clarify if I was real crying or fake crying, or
Oh
I
no, no,
really
no, no,
don't.
no, 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 no. I get what you're
I'm
saying,
not
but
trying
can
to
I
be
ask you a
funny,
question?
but I really don't care who believes that I was crying or fake crying or if like I didn't even want to show that emotion. That's
Correct.
why
And you entitled to
for
that.
two
But
days
can I ask you a
I went,
question?
let me just say
Like
something real
company
quick.
just said,
For 2
right
days,
message, wrong messenger. But go ahead, say
no,
what you're gonna say.
it wasn't the wrong messenger. It wasn't the wrong
It was
messenger at
because
all
Brandon was in the
because
box. I think you went wrong when Brandon was in the box, and I stand on that stuff respectfully.
because
why
I'm gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stand on that.
from
I think Brandon being in the
for
box made it just seem
giving
weird.
other
It just made it
the
seem
opportunity.
weird.
Like, it just it is gonna seem weird for those who, you know what I'm saying, don't understand the way life works. It is going to seem weird because y'all say the same things to y'all family members that y'all love in real life. Y'all say mean and hurtful things to y'all family members.
Oh, please take me out today, y'all, because
So,
I don't.
like,
I don't.
we argue and we say mean things to our loved ones. So
Let me tell you, on everything I love, God could take everything I own. God could take everybody I love from me right now. I don't, Steph. I don't, and I make it a
well,
point not
that's just
to
you out
because
of
it
a
has
thousand
been done.
people. We
Yeah,
all
and
argue with our
okay,
family members and we all say things
respectful.
out of our mouth that, we shouldn't say, things that we shouldn't do. We all do. But at the end of the day, like, you could say it's the wrong messenger, but none of y'all from the church went live and allowed other people to just come in. Y'all all talking, y'all praying on Keith, right? Let me tell y'all what's the fucked up part. Cause y'all praying for Keith to get better, but y'all talking about everybody else who's talking about him. That's not how prayer works. You can't be talking down on the next person and then praying for somebody else you can't do that. So y'all
Why you
all
can't?
sitting here,
Why can't you?
you
I'm
that. It
respectfully.
doesn't
Why
work
can't
like
you?
that.
Because let
It
me tell
doesn't
you
work.
how my prayers work. Let me tell you how my prayers work. I don't know if you was in here when I say that. So I have what they call faith, right? So when I sent my prayers up for Keith, right, I got faith in God that He heard my prayers and that He gonna keep that man covered in His blood and that that man is gonna be okay. And I left it
Yeah, but
alone.
like
Now,
me,
not
like
hold
you
on. Now, not
bullshit
for nothing. Now, not for
bullshitting.
nothing. I don't address the other bullshit that everybody else jump into, and even Cuddy wearing the shirt and this and the third year, as fucked up as that is. I don't get into that type of shit, Steph. You know what I'm saying? Because just like me, when and now before you got in here, I was
Now,
explaining to
and
them.
Tread, like
Anybody
that's
else that would have
just
heard
you
our
as
our
one
our
person,
conversation the
right?
other day, I know, hold on, hear me out. The conversation that me and you had the other day, if anybody else would have heard that, they would have ran with that and said, "Oh my God, Tread Lightly and Messy Steph was arguing and da 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 da." They would have ran with that, right? But that's not what happened. But in this
That's
situation, so
who
hold on,
you
I
are,
want to give
and
you a scenario. I want to give you a
I
scenario.
take it very
You and A
seriously. You don't
Sheree
take
is
that.
cool
You
as
didn't take
hell,
that.
huh? I didn't what?
You breaking up, sis?
You yeah,
Because
she
you,
breaking. You
I
breaking
said
up
that.
bad, Steph.
I, I said, I said that's because. Can
You
you hear me
Oh
breaking
better
up
no,
now?
I
real
can't
bad,
hear her.
sis.
You breaking up real bad.
I'm in the now. Y'all can't hear me.
Yeah, okay,
Go
now it's a
ahead.
little bit more
You
clear.
coming?
Go ahead. Yeah, you coming through.
Oh, I was just saying that you're just one person, right? But you didn't. Me and you got into it the other day. I didn't take it serious because I
Mm-hmm.
heart and I don't mean it. I mean to be saying these things
You breaking up again, sis?
either.
You breaking
Me and
up
you can
against
have this
the
conversation now. That's why me and you can have.
correct.
Damn.
Okay,
Hello.
I hear what she. Okay, there you go. It's better now. You're right. That's why me and you can have this conversation. But I want you to understand where I was coming from when I jumped on your head. Like, nah, that's fucked up. Like she was on some shady shit. Da da da. This that and the third. Because it was the fact that I don't give a fuck how sincere Brandon say. And I'm sorry, can't nobody change my mind on this. Ain't nothing Brandon could say out his mouth that I'm gonna believe that he sincerely wished that man well, because we all know how much he hate that man. You know what I'm saying? So I know you may feel one way and you may feel like he wasn't throwing shade, or he wasn't trying to be messy and this that, and the third, but from what I heard, he was being messy. He was kind of, you know what I'm saying, it was going sideways. I just stand on what I feel, and I think that the fact that you allowed him to be a part of you okay, her phone going in and out, so she ain't gonna hear me, y'all. So this is what I'm gonna do. Me personally, I'm not gonna have a conversation about it because I feel like it's gonna be ring around the rosy. Everybody gonna have their own opinions. I just thought it was something bigger than that was said when I dropped off the panel after I said what I said when I came in cream room this morning. I'm gonna leave it at that. I put my prayers in the man that I trust, and it's the Lord up above. I got faith, and I'm leaving it at that. Um, y'all could do what y'all want to do. I ain't been in nobody's lives bashing them for what they saying or what they doing or what they posting, none of that shit. Because people gonna do what they want to do regardless. And yeah, we shut one person down, the next person gonna go live and do the same fucking thing. So let them do what they want to do. And if y'all got
Said
faith,
that
like,
yesterday too. I was like, we gotta learn to smother it like we would a fire. We gotta
mm-hmm,
learn that like negativity grows off negativity. So if we
yes,
don't address it, it'll go away.
yep, yep, yep. So that's that. I ain't even gonna
Oh,
speak
let
on it
me
because
just
I
act
don't
like
just
even though I don't like I did that for. Can y'all hear me? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
yeah, yeah,
No. Yeah.
yes,
Okay. So
yes.
I did that for me. I did that for Keith. I did that for people who don't feel comfortable to just come out and be like, get up, Keith. Or some people might feel like they said something to him and they don't want to pray for him now because they feel like it's being fake. Like all of y'all saying what I did was being fake or whatever, or it wasn't the message, it was the messenger or whatever. It doesn't matter. People are people, and people y'all need to learn how to forgive, and y'all need to learn if the shoe, like, I really don't want to say this because it really don't matter because it's not the situation at hand. But if the shoe was on the other foot and it was Brandon, and if Keith was a pot, or if Keith was giving praise up to Brandon, y'all would be saying that was fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably wouldn't, because y'all mess with Keith and y'all would feel like it's genuine. So it would be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
I'm
anything
gonna
was to
say
happen
this
to
one
anybody,
last
like me
thing,
and
and then
Queen,
I'm gonna
me and Queen
drop
got into it
because I got
thousands of
something to
times.
do. Hold on, I'm gonna say this one last thing, and then I'm gonna drop, right? Because at the end of the day, the thing is this: no matter what, how genuine you feel when he was on your live saying whatever he said, and even though you disputing that he said anything negative, that boy has been going around this app, and whether it was in your live, his live, anybody else live, saying all negative stuff about Keith, calling that man roadkill, posting pictures, encouraging people to talk about him, this, that, and the third. So nothing Brandon can say could motherfucking clean up a
Brandon,
fuck ass thing and make me think that he's
Brandon was
sincere
not
about
calling
a
him
prayer for
roadkill.
Keith.
Brandon was not
Y'all
calling him
have y'all
roadkill.
have a blessed day.
He
I love
was.
you. I
Brandon was
love you,
not
He
calling
Minister
him
was.
Steph.
roadkill.
He
Brandon was
was.
not
He
calling
was
him
the.
roadkill. Brandon was
He was.
not
He
calling him
was
A
the.
roadkill.
Sheree is telling you. A Sheree
He
telling you he
was the.
was.
He was.
He
Yes,
was
he
the.
was. Yes, he
Oh,
was. With that being said,
I didn't see that. But
yes,
even
I
if he
love
did
y'all.
say that, he still can. I feel like he still put in a good word.
You breaking up, sis? Yeah, her phone breaking up. You
Put in
breaking
their
up real
put in
bad.